Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and in this video I'm going to do a full face of Laura Geller makeup. A little bit about me if you're new here. I am 54 years old. My skin is a combination of mature, obviously, and oily. And I do a lot of videos varying from beauty to health and wellness along my weight loss journey. And I'm also a registered dietitian and just kind of life in general. But in this video, I am going to do a full face of Laura Geller because I have been trying out a lot of their products lately. So the other day I hit the jackpot at Ross and found a bunch of Laura Geller face products. So I got an all-in-one eye palette and if I haven't expressed this before on my channel, I love all-in-one palettes that include eye and blush products. So we're gonna try this one out. It's the Laura Geller Laura's Essentials Blushing Beauty 12 multi-finish eyeshadows, 1 highlighter, 1 blush. And then I got a mascara and I got a lip oil. And then I'm gonna use the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten foundation. So let's get started. Okay, first product I'm using is not Laura Geller because I don't have a concealer, but I'm just gonna put a little bit under my eye. If you've watched any of my videos, my makeup videos, most recently I have not been using foundation in general. I usually just use a little bit of concealer, and usually it's a CoverGirl stick concealer. But for the purpose of today's video, I am just going to use the powder foundation, no concealer, but I wanted to do it a little bit under the eye. So I'm just gonna pat that under the eye. And now we're gonna go right in with the Baked Balance and Brighten. This one is in the shade medium. I've done a couple videos comparing, one comparing this with Bare Minerals, so you might wanna check that one out. So let me just swirl a little bit in here and tap off, and I'm gonna go right in. I've got my layer of the powder foundation on, and so I'm gonna go into what I consider the star of the show for this video, and this is this all-in-one palette, which is eyeshadow and a highlighter and a blush. So there isn't a bronzer for this palette. So I'm not going to do a bronzer today. I usually do, but this blush that's in here, let me get this seal thing off, is pretty subtle, peachy toned. You see it right here. So I think it's okay. There's no bronzer because this is very, very subtle. I don't know why that makes sense to me, but let's just see how this looks. I have a pretty big brush I'm using. Actually, I think I need a smaller brush. I like to do a little down the nose and across the apple of the cheeks. Just sort of gives that area where the sun naturally hits a little bit of color. So I think what I was saying with this color of blush is that because it's more peach, hence more similar to the tones of bronzer, I don't think a bronzer is necessary, but if they had one, I'd certainly be using it. I'm gonna save this highlighter color and maybe put it on after I finish the eyes. But I think for now, we're just gonna stop with this, this cheek color and dive into the eyeshadow palette. I am going to start with this color that it's a mid-tone all over the lids. It's called Glee. I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade here called Enchanted and take it from the inner corner up to just above where that mid-tone stopped, above the brow bone. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this deeper color called Timid in the outer corner of the eye. Let's see what this does. A lot of times what I like to do for eye look is put a really, really deep color in the very outer part of my eye. I just like the contrast, especially, you know, to go across and then do like a really light or a highlight inner corner, and then it kind of moves, blends mid-tone and then super dark. They don't have that super dark shade in this lineup. So I'm not going to do that today, and that's okay. I kind of like the look here we got. I'm trying to decide, I might put one of these shimmery shades on top. I'm going to put some of this one here called Captivated across the middle portion of my eyelid, middle outer, because I might go in with another one. I think it's easiest to do this with your finger. I don't think shimmer shades always go on well with the brush. And then I think I'm going to use this other shimmery shade called, what is it called? Elated, right here, more towards the inner portion of my eyelid. So yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Just sort of assessing here. I'm going to go in with the original shade I used, which was Glee, the mid-tone, and just kind of pull things together here a little bit. Likewise, I'm going to go in with that very light color and just go across to blend so there's not a harsh line at the top. I don't always do this, but I think today I'm feeling like doing, I'm dropping stuff, doing a little bit of shadow under the eye. So I think for this, I'm going to go in with that darkest color I did on the outside portion called Timid, and I'm going to go in just under the lower lash line. All right. Realize I don't have a Laura Geller eyeliner. I was hoping maybe I could use one of the shadows, but the shadows in this palette aren't dark enough in my mind to do the liner. So I'm using a Burt's Bees eyeliner. This one is Midnight Gray, kind of a different tone, but I feel like it goes well with the colors I have going on. So I just go right up against the lash line of my upper lashes. We'll see if I feel like doing the lower lashes. I have to get in close, so I'm going to use my mirror here. And today I might do just a little bit under the eye, the waterline. Fly buzzing around. He's landed right behind the camera. Okay, assessing. I think it's okay. I just need to do a little bit of cleanup under the eye. So for that, I will first wipe away any with a brush. Oh, stuck my finger in my eye. And then I will use this sponge with the flat edge, kind of help create that definition. See how it does that? I don't want it going quite that far up my eye, but it just gives that look of going up, which is helpful at this age, so it doesn't bring things down. And then, because I might have wiped away a little bit of that blush and it's already so subtle, I'm going to go in just a little bit more with the blush, just kind of, okay, so I wiped any away. And then lastly, don't always use highlight, but I'm feeling it today. I'll use their little highlight color here called, oh, Demure. Just spot it up on the cheekbone. Finally, for my eyes, I will do my just spoolie through the eyebrows. This would be where you would do whatever you do to your eyebrows. I have a Laura Geller mascara. It's the Glamlash Volumizing Mascara. I sure hope the shade is black. I think it is. It is. Okay, I've never used this before. That mascara seems pretty nice. Okay, eyes are done. The last thing for today, before I come back to show you the finished look, is lips. And it's going to be very subtle today, but I was excited by this find too. It's a lip oil, Laura Geller lip oil, and Fine Shine Glossy Lip Oil, and the color is Rose Garden. It's nice, and I know lip oils are really popular right now, and this one feels fine. I don't feel like they always deliver enough color for me, but this feels good and it's nice and subtle. So I will be back with the finished look. Okay, I'm back with the finished look. What do you think? This is a full face of Laura Geller. And I think I already knew I liked the powder foundation. And again, this is on my mature skin and it does seem to hold up well. So let me know your thoughts if you have the same experience with Laura Geller. But today, the new products I tried were the eyeshadow and blush palette, which I do really like. And I think this is a great palette for an everyday look. So I have that on my eyes. I'm using the Laura Geller mascara, which seems to be nice, and the Laura Geller lip oil. So let me know what you think. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.